have more money than her actual husband. So, woo, what a mess. What a mess. I did not enjoy the experience of reading this book at all. And welcome to a new vlog. I'm trying to move this back. It's Monday. I already started with my work day. I want to take a break and go make some coffee, but I thought before I do that, let me open up this vlog and say hi. I had a very busy weekend. We went for my friend's Babymoon. There might have been like there is a few clips that I took, but not of the people because respecting people's privacies. But yeah, we had a very fun weekend. We went to Mahali's and we stayed at a place called Seasons for the weekend, and it was nice. We had a great time, fine times, conversations, massage, played some games, so it was really nice. But yeah, welcome to a new vlog. In terms of reading, I woke up this morning to a notification from my Libby app, and I don't know if I mentioned, but I did connect myself to a library in the United States, so I can actually use the Libby app with my Kindle, which is great. And I got a notification and it told me that a book that I've been wanting to read is ready for me to borrow. When I opened to check for it, I was like, yes, definitely. And then I started reading the book, so I'm actually like now on page like 90 something, 95, but it's a quick read. So this is what I borrowed from the library. So I got Heartstopper Volume 5, and I just laid in bed and I was just reading this book and just smiling and just remembering how much I like the stories. So yeah, I'm on page 94 right now. I don't know what that means in terms of percentage because I don't know how many pages are in this specific graphic novel. I'm trying to check, but my Kindle is kind of slow. So it says I'm 30% in. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, I'm busy reading Heartstopper Volume 5. This is a time in their lives where Nick is in his last year and he needs to apply for universities, and he's having a conflict on where to apply because his relationship with Charlie has grown so much and he wants to stay close, but that means that he is limiting himself in terms of his university options. So it's kind of like he's battling a little bit with that, and then on top of it, they are also getting into a point in their relationship where they're getting interested in moving to the next level, and both of them are nervous. They don't know how to go about having this conversation. There's insecurities involved, so yeah, there's a lot of that going on in this book. But yeah, the illustrations are still the same as what you could expect. I will say, reading a graphic novel on the Kindle, my suggestion would be to, if you use dark mode, I use dark mode as my default because I issues. But then I realized in the dark mode, the graphic novel doesn't actually come out very nicely. So I switched off my dark mode and I could see clearly, I could read the words in the speech bubbles nicely, because that's where I realized that, oh, something is not looking correct, because then the words in the speech, the text on the graphic novel was a little bit faint. But when I changed it to normal mode, it was fine. So yeah, reading it, this is what it looks like, and it's great. It's great. I can read everything in this size. I don't need to like zoom in. Does it zoom in? It does, but I don't need to because everything just shows up nicely as a single page on my Kindle. So yeah, that's great. This is what I am reading. I am still in between the 3 books that I started last week, which is A Cruel and Twisted Fate that I'm reading on the Kindle, The Reader and Stalker that I have physically, and Nevermore that I have physically. So I'll try to push those books this week. We also have reading sprint this week, so I'm trying to make sure that all the books that I currently have open, I finish them throughout the week by Friday. Crossing fingers if I don't go opening up a new book, because I'm kind of in the mood for fantasy. I'm really in the mood for a fantasy, and I'm like, I don't want to open a brand new book, so I'm just doing like reading whatever I've got going on, or like in terms of audiobooks is what I usually play around with. I listen to thrillers on there, and I've started one by A.R. Torrey, something about secrets, but I haven't gotten that far in it yet, so I don't have much to say about that one. When I progress a little bit, I'll come back and tell you guys about it. But yeah, for now I'm gonna go make my coffee and continue with my work day. Good morning. It's Tuesday. We are well into our work day, and I'm just saying hi and giving you kind of like, I don't even have a rundown of what's happening today, except for the fact that I am really enjoying my read of Heartstopper Volume 5. This is literally the only thing that I've been reading for the past 2 days, and I'm really happy. I am now about 66% into it. I know that because I updated my story graph this morning, so really happy about it. I undid my hair, and it is in these little twisties. My hair is definitely growing. I definitely think I need to trim the edge, but I also don't want, it's giving false length, but yeah, I need to kind of like trim the edges a little bit. I will probably trim it sometime this week, but I like that I can do nice and small twists like these. I'll keep this the whole week and just wear a wig to work. So I just put on this Duke just so that I look somewhat presentable to you guys. But yeah, the plan for today is obviously work, as I'm already doing. During my lunch hour, me and Anayel are gonna go to the library. I need to return the library books. It's the due date today. Did I read any of them? No, I did not. It's a running trend, okay? But I feel like I'm gonna dedicate myself to read the next books that I get. The issue is that I've got too many books that I'm reading, like in a lot of places. I think I'm consoling myself because this is a library book that I got from Libby. So I am reading a library book, just not the physical ones, okay? But I will return these ones because I'm at my maximum lending time, and then I will see what they have to offer. If they have the book 2 of the Broken Earth trilogy. I'm definitely going to pick that up because I do want to continue with that book. I had actually started with the audiobook as well, and then I kind of stopped it. And we have reading sprints this weekend, so I think if I can find the Obelisk Gate, I will pick it up and I will read it during the reading sprints this weekend. But yeah, I'm excited. We're going to the library and I need to finish editing my African literature video that I recorded last week so that I can have that live tomorrow. So at least it's a sit down video, which is much quicker for me to edit than an actual vlog. And then after I'm done with that video, then I'll start working on the vlog that I want up on Sunday. I've been trying to upload a video on Sunday. It hasn't worked out for me yet because I really don't want to do anything on Sunday that is like content related. It's my reset day for the week. It is like cooking day. It's a lot of things, and I know this Sunday I won't have the time either. So I need to start making sure that I work on that video from maybe tonight to Saturday, like even during sprints. So that's the update. I haven't read anything else. I'm just concentrating on Heartstopper, which I think I might be able to finish today, which I'm excited about. It's really nice. It's really cute. Still loving the storyline. This one is more focused about Nick going into university and the separation anxiety that he is having to deal with, and how that's also impacting a major decision in his life right now, which has to do with his career and going forward. So it's like, how do I balance having this great relationship with this person that I love, and also what do I do in terms of career? But yeah, that's my reading. I will take you guys with me to the library and show you what I pick up. I've been down in the ruins so deep. All the games that you played, all the love you forsaken, you let it slip away. You don't care what you're doing to me. Every setback, every mishap, every time you say you gon' change. Say you get it, you regret it, I forgive it, but you stay the same. You should cry an ocean for me, for the dumb shit and the damage you've done. Cause I've been crying oceans for weeks. Tried to fight it, but I'm drowning alone. Sister, save me now. Save me now. Whoa. Sister, save me now. Save me now. Whoa. Shed a tear for me, baby, if you dare. Maybe then it would show me that you care. Cause your words never match what you do, how you act, so I can't just take you back. You fool me once, never fool me twice. If you love me, you'll react. You should cry an ocean for me, for the dumb shit and the damage you've done. Cause I've been crying oceans for weeks. Tried to fight it, but I'm drowning alone. Sister, save me now. Save me now. Whoa. Sister, save me now. Save me now. Whoa. Every setback, every mishap, every time you say you gon' change. Say you get it, you regret it, I forgive it, but you stay the same. You should cry an ocean for me, for the dumb shit and the damage you've done. Cause I've been crying oceans for weeks. Tried to fight it, but I'm drowning alone. Sister, save me now. Save me now. Whoa. Sister, save me now. Save me now. Whoa. Whoa.
ascension. Never go back to where we before you forgot my worth. Your love for me feels like a rebirth. I don't wanna lose this high, wouldn't wanna lose this high. I just wanna make me yours, I just wanna make you mine. Before you forgot my worth. Your love for me feels like a rebirth. I don't wanna lose this high, wouldn't wanna lose this high. I just wanna make me yours, I just wanna make you mine.
Good morning.
Coloring in. Mama, this is like a picture frame.
It is a picture frame.
Oh.
It's working
And
from
the
home
bottom
day.
is supposed to be like grass.
It's working from
It's
home
like
day.
a bear. That's a cowboy.
And Ayala's at home. I'm making my coffee. I'm making this I don't even know how to pronounce this, but Tebador. I want to say Tebador. How do we pronounce this? I'm making this coffee. Guys, it smells so good. It is the Italian hazelnut flavored coffee. It smells amazing. It smells amazing. And yeah, I'm making that because I'm out of pods. I haven't been able to go to Melon to go get my pods from Nespresso because I don't order them on their app because I have to order minimum 5 sleeves, but I don't need 5 sleeves. I usually like 2 sleeves at a time, and yeah, I'm not just gonna order 5 sleeves for no reason, but maybe I should order 5 sleeves and then they last me for 2.5 months. I don't know, but yeah, I can't order now because I think they'll deliver it late, and I'm going to site next week. I'll be away the whole of next week. I am traveling to Zim for work, so I won't need my pods then, but maybe I can take this one. I could probably take this one and my coffee strainer, and then I can have my cup of coffees in the morning. So we'll see. But good morning. I have some reading updates that I'll update you guys on a bit later when I'm looking a little bit fresher. I need to moisturize this hair. I'm gonna leave it like this, but then I'll undo these tomorrow morning before going to work. But I just need to moisturize my hair for today. But yeah, we'll give you an update. I'm listening to The Story by A.A. Torrey. What is it called? I'm listening to the audiobook. It is just, I'm just like jaw dropped because I'm like, this woman, Every Lost Secret, by A.R. Torrey. I need to share this with the ladies because what the heck is this woman doing? Like, women can be so manipulative. Women can be so manipulative and men can be so stupid. Like, just read the book. But I'll tell you more about it later. Let me just finish up my coffee, do some work, and then I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. Hi you guys, it is Friday. I am just checking on my orders. I placed some orders, one at SCRIBD for cafe curtains because I've got blinds in my kitchen and bathroom and I really don't like them and I want to swap them out for curtains. And then I also placed an order on TAKEALOT, which is just taking so long, and it has a lot of things, like it's just so annoying. But I'll show you guys what I ordered on there. It's a bunch of different things, like stuff for my daughter, stuff for myself, for the house, for my husband. So yeah, but I'm here to do a bit of a book haul with you guys. I went to the library the other day and I never showed you what, well, you would have seen from the library clip, so I don't even know, but I still want to show you, okay? But yeah, I got Circe by Madeline Miller. Finally, I did see this the last time I went to the library. Oh my gosh, so many words. But I did see this one when I went to the library previously, and I knew that I would come back and pick it up, so hopefully I can make time to read this book. And then I also got Divergent. I recently rewatched the movie on Netflix, absolutely enjoyed it, and then I'm like, maybe I should actually read the books. And I really like the new covers that have come out, but I thought, let me borrow the library version, read that, and decide whether it's something that I want to have, or I can just read from the library and know that I've consumed the story. And it's fine because they have the whole series at my library, which is great. So I've got it, so I'm gonna try it out. And then again, for the probably the fourth time, but this time around I'm going to read it because it is one of the books that is on my TBR for this weekend sprints. We have sprints from tonight, and that is The Obelisk Gate by N.K. Jemisin. I am determined to finish this series this year, and it's only 3 books, guys. So yeah, I did start it on audio on my Audible subscription, but then I had to take back the physical books to the library, so then I didn't want to just consume it via audio, so I stopped it. But yeah, I definitely want to read this during the reading sprints, but also I do have a chance of reading and finishing this next week when I am on my trip. I'm going to Zim for work. So yeah, this is my library home. And then I've got some recent purchases from an online bookstore on Instagram. This is JHB Pre-Loved Books. Absolutely love the books, and I love this packaging as well. They sell books for like cheap, so I love the way that they always package our stuff. And yeah, I already know what's in here, but I just want to show you guys what I previously got. So we've got a bookmark with the company logo, and I've got a thank you note. Thank you for supporting my business. Your order made my day. I hope this package makes yours. I love this. And then let's see, is there a good way to open this? Oh yeah, I don't have to rip anything. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Realizing that I've got these 2 books, I was just like, do I also read this right now? Like, do I add this to my TBR or what? So these are secondhand books, but it's in pretty good shape. It has some cracks on the spine, which I don't usually like, but it's in pristine condition. Love it. So I got Air Fire by Sarah J Maas so that I can continue on my, is that a dragon? What? So that I can continue on my read of Throne of Glass series. I did read book 1 and 2 and absolutely enjoyed it. And then we also got Empire of Storms, the same series. So this is book 4. Yes, so I read Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight. I've got Air Fire, and then this is Empire of Storms, and then this Tower of Dawn, and then Kingdom of Ash. And then my collection will be complete, and I am specifically looking for these new covers, which I really like. So very, very happy. And then I've got a second package because I went a little bit crazy with my purchase because she has such great books, and every time I see a message I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to get this. But we've got two very cute bookmarks again. And then this one says, I hope this makes you smile. It definitely does. It definitely does. So let's see what's in here. So in this one, ooh, we've got some sweeties. And then we've got some hot chocolate. Guess who just came closer. Okay, and then I bought a copy of Clara and the Sun by Kazuo Ishiguro. I've heard good things about this book when it came out. I never actually got a chance to read it. This one has a little bit of damage there, but it's not bad, and it seems kind of new. I think it's probably the damage that made it a little bit cheaper. And then I've got Nearly All Men in Lagos Are Mad. Umpila read this book during our last sprints, and she was going on about it, and it was nice. So I'm looking forward to it. So this is also another one where I see where the issue is. So it's the printing of it. The ink was getting smudged when the book was getting printed, but it's still readable. So it's not bad, because it was quite cheap. I think I got this for like 50 Rand or something, and you can see that it's somewhat new, but it's the printing that went wrong. All right, and then the final book I got, I was really wishing for a different cover, but I'm gonna accept this cover. This actually used to be a library book, because I know sometimes at the library they do sell the books at the library, but I'm never interested in the books that are being sold at my library. But I've got Under the Udala Trees by Chinelo Okparanta. So this I've heard amazing things about. Whenever people talk about queer reads, African queer literature especially, this book is always on everybody's lips, and I just can't wait to read it. So I think it's definitely going to go into the books that I want to read for my African literature for this year. So looking forward to this one. So yeah, this is my stack. I'm trying to get everything in my hands. This is my stack of books that I got from Johannesburg pre-loved book, JHB pre-loved books. They always have great books. And then there was a exclusive book sale at Woodlands, and I popped in to check which books they had, but the selection was not that great. But I did find one book that I really have been wanting for a while, because I've read from this author before and I really love their work, and that is House of Hunger by Alexis Henderson. And I can't wait to read this one. Like, I think I'm also kind of like in my thriller mood, but I'm always in a thriller mood. I'm always in a thriller fantasy mood, so it always works out. But I don't know if this is more like gothic than, yeah, like dark fantasy, witchcraft, and horror. Those are the genres that she likes to write in. It looks like such a quick read. I feel like I might want to grab this book with me when I go on my trip next week, because just look at it. Just look. It just says read me. It's just saying read me. So yeah, that's my haul. I need to start preparing for the reading sprints for tonight, so I need to get changed and everything and eat, and yeah, we'll catch up later. I probably, if I can actually get time to maybe edit one video. Oh, also in terms of reading, there's a book that I finished that I haven't logged, because I was trying to figure out how do I see what I've read. Every Lost Secret by A.R. Torrey. gosh, that book was so good. It was so good. Like, I think once we got to the halfway point, I was so intrigued by it. And I haven't added it to my story graph, Every Lost Secret. But this is the second book that I've read from A.R. Torrey, and I've really, really, really enjoyed it. I think I really loved this one. I really did. It's like it's a thriller, but it's rich people thriller, where it starts off with this woman Nina. She's at a police station getting questioned by this detective for a murder, and then the story takes us like a few months earlier when Nina just moved into this very rich suburban area and living next to these very rich people. And she's a doctor and she just started work, and her boss is also her neighbor. Until Nina starts like trying to make moves on her boss because she's trying to level up in her life, and we find that she's been doing this as she kept going, having these affairs and either blackmailing the man to pay her a large sum of money so she can keep quiet about the affair, or she tries to get them to marry her because then they have more money than her actual husband. So ooh, what a mess. What a mess. So much drama, but it was so good to listen to. So I read that, so let me mark it as read and then I can add my review. I think this was very tense. It was mysterious. It was fast-paced. It was a mix of character-driven and plot-driven. Was the character development? I don't think it's applicable. Characters are lovable. I did love Kat. But also she has her own things. No diversity, no. I'm definitely giving this one a 4.5-star rating because it was so freaking good. I had such a great time with it. And then I finally also finished reading Memory Called Empire, which is this book here. So I can take this bookmark out. I have never felt so happy to be done with a book because I did not have a great time with this one. I ended up giving it a 2.5-star rating because the concept of the story is very interesting to me. Like, it intrigues me. The execution, terrible. I did not enjoy the experience of reading this book at all because number one, the writing style is not very accessible. It is a sci-fi, so there's a lot of like scientific terminologies and things that they use. It is based in space and other planets, so there's a lot of that planetary talk. Because they are on a different planet that's not Earth, they had to name the planet. They have different cultures and religions and things like that, so they had to name the planet, the towns, whatever. And obviously it's nothing like what we know or used to. And then they go and make the people's names also very, very complicated. Already the people living on the space station, they go by name, surname, and it's hard to pronounce, it's hard to remember, it's hard to keep up with. And then you get onto this planet Taxcalan, and everybody calls themselves by an alphanumeric system, which is so confusing and so frustrating because it's like it's a number first and then a word, and usually the word would be of a certain plant, but some people can go overboard. Like there's people called 6 helicopter. Why? The emperor is called 6 direction. Why? The assistant is called 3 seagrass. Like, how am I supposed to keep track? Like, on top of it all, there's no action at all, right? There's no action. It's just a lot of talking and plotting and political stuff. There's no actions. They do not fight. They don't do nothing except talk, and they keep talking about all these different people and naming them, and I have no idea who they are. And I was just like, this was such a disappointment to me. Like, I cannot even say who I would recommend this book to because I could not keep up. I ended up listening to the audiobook at 1.8 times speed just so that I can get over this book because I also didn't want to DNF it. I did consider DNFing it like 3 times and I thought against it. So I was just like, let me finish it, but I don't see myself reading the second book in this series. So this is probably gonna go into the library pile to be donated because no, I'm not gonna do that. And then I started a book today that I'm really excited about. I started Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. This is my reread of this book. This series is the first series that I ever read that was a fantasy series, and I absolutely loved it. And the minute I started listening to the audiobook, because I did borrow it from my library, I didn't even know that they had it. I was so happy when my library holds came through, and I was just like, I have to start this book. So I listened to it on my way from work today, and I was just like, this is why I love this book. This book is so nice. It's so nice. So we're following Zeli. We follow 3 perspectives in here: Zeli, Amari, and Zane, who is Zeli's brother. Amari is this princess whose father is the ruler of this place, Orisha, and he's also responsible for essentially being involved in getting rid of magic, or like persecuting people who have magic, which are called the Magi. So 11 years ago, through history, the Magi are like dark skinned and they have very like white hair, and they were the natural rulers of this place until something happened, and the gods were kind of like punishing all the gods, like disappeared on them, and more people started getting born without magic. And the people who didn't have magic will have black hair or brown hair and will have a lighter skin tone, so they didn't have the qualities that would represent what a magi looked like. So that started like creating some jealousy and hate, and ended up with people with magical abilities being persecuted, especially when their magic started fading and people who didn't have magic started using that against them. And in that aspect as well, this new ruler went and decreed that people with magical abilities should be like hanged, prosecuted. So that's what happened to Zeli's mom. She had to use her magic for one reason, and they found out, and then she was murdered because of it. And Zeli was then, she was very young, but Zeli was born with like white hair and dark skin, and they called them the diviners. So usually your magic as a diviner will only manifest when you are 13 years and older, and before then you're called a diviner. So that's what Zeli is. And we follow that story and how she gets to meet Amari, who's now the princess to this king who is just against people with magic. And the one thing that you know from the beginning is that the princess is like kind-hearted, and one of her best friends, who's also her maid, is a diviner, and she cares very deeply for her. So yeah, I'm like on chapter 3, I think, but it's so nice. It's so nice. I can't wait to get into the rest of the story and read it, because I did receive a copy of Children of Anguish and Anarchy from Pan Macmillan recently, and I just wanted to refresh my mind in reading book 1 and 2. I don't have my copy of Children of Virtue and Vengeance because I borrowed it to somebody, they never brought it back, and now I'm book 2-less and I have to replace it. But I did see that there is a library. I did put a library hold on book 2, so this is why I'm pushing myself to read this one first, so that when book 2 comes up, then I'm ready, that I can read that on my Kindle until I get myself another copy of book 2. But yeah, that is all the updates. I am going to get myself ready for the reading sprints later on, and yeah, I'll chat to you guys probably when the sprints are about to start. It's reading sprints, but it's also sprint weekend for Formula 1, so I'm really excited. It's already qualifying, so I'm waiting for my husband to come back with like food so that we can watch the qualifying for the sprints. It's gonna be a long weekend of racing and I can't wait. I'm excited. Okay, we'll talk later, guys. So we are well within our reading sprints. These specifically are my reading sprints on my channel, but will be done in the next 50 minutes. But I'm currently reading Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. This is a reread for me and I'm currently on page 331. It's going so good. Like, I was a little bit anxious when I decided that I want to do a reread, because this is the first series that I ever read that was a fantasy series. This was my intro into fantasy and I absolutely loved it when I read the story for the first time like 3-4 years ago. And when I picked it up, I was just like, will I still love it? Will I still think that it's a 5-star read? But the answer is yes. I am absolutely loving this book. It's fast paced, it's written really well, the world building is happening as we're going through the story. Like, she doesn't waste time, there's action all around, there's a bit of humor with Zelly. Like, I love everything about this book right now. It's giving me all the feels. I need to go back into the sprints. The alarm just went off. Let's see. Hello. Umpil is still reading. It's 5:10, so I'm actually wondering if maybe I should do a 40-minute sprint and then we finish off. I think I'm gonna do that. Let me just change this. I was recording a video. I just finished recording a video. Oh, no dates, but when he gets back he'll be like, yes, who's this mama? I left somebody else when I left the house. Who's this one? Yeah, but I was like, because I've been wanting to record a specific video and I've had the books sitting on the floor for the last 2 days. So I'm just like, I need them off the floor. The only way to do it is to record this video. So yeah, I've got some editing to do at some point between today and tomorrow so that I can have a video out. But yeah, I was just saying to Nonti that I'm thinking that maybe I do a 40-minute sprint and then we'll have like 10 minutes to close off. Everybody happy? I hope everybody in the comments is happy with that plan. But yeah, I'm gonna start the 40-minute sprint and yeah, we'll see you when we finish up. I could see who are you reading to the kids? Oh, that's because I kept seeing you like reading and I'm like, are you reading to the kids? But it's nice. I love children's books. Like, nobody must lie. They're so nice and they're funny. Sometimes you just need a little laugh. But yeah, enjoy. All right, so okay, we're gonna do another 40 minutes. But yeah, I'm really happy about this book. I am loving loving it. I love everything about it. I can't wait. I don't have book 2 anymore physically, but I think I do have a library hold for it to deliver like within 7 days. So sometime next week I'll have access to book 2 on the Kindle, and also I have the audiobook on Everand. So it's also like, this is my first experience reading or listening to the audiobook, and it's so nice. It took me maybe like 5 minutes to get used to the narrator, but one thing that I love about it is that the narration is done in a Nigerian accent, so the certain like words and incantations, whatever that word is, that in the book they're written in Yoruba. I think it is Yoruba. And she says it, and I'm like, there's no way I would ever read it correctly, right? So yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I love the narration of the book. So I'm listening to it at 1.8 times speed, while in between I pick up the physical book as well. So having a great time with this. I'm also kind of like swapping with The Read Dan Stalker by Angela Makolo. I'm now on page 71, which is on chapter 10. I must say that this one, text-wise, font-wise, it is reading so much better than Red Ink. So reading it is really, really fast. However, I feel like the development of the story is a little bit slow. I feel like it picks up every time we get to Napoleon's perspective. That's where I feel like, okay, the story is moving. But every time we get to Lucy, I feel like it kind of slows down, and I really don't like that. And it makes me, like, it limits my enjoyment of the story, because I feel like we're just wasting time. And especially like Vu was saying maybe I don't like Fundi, but I feel like their interactions with Fundi are too long-winded. They really don't need to be as long as they are, because some of their interactions, I feel like there was no real purpose to it, or like it didn't like further the plot in any way. So yeah, I don't know. And I feel like we've heard so much about Fundi in book 1 that I don't need to hear about her as much in book 2. So yeah, and maybe it's also that I immediately jumped from book 1 to book 2, that there's some things that I feel are a little bit repetitive for me, but it might not be a problem for somebody who had a much longer break between book 1 and book 2. I think the reminders of what happened in book 1 would be a good thing for you, but for me it's just like, okay, I already know that, let's keep it moving. Where's the thriller aspect? So yeah, I'm like, well, yeah, probably like 30% in. We'll see how it goes. The other ladies have really enjoyed this one, and I also really want to love it, but I'm also trying not to force myself into it. But at the same time, I'm doing like kind of like chapter, because I really want to be in here, and me reading this, like it's like kind of propelling me to go back to this one as quickly as possible. But yeah, it helps that it reads quickly and the chapters are quite short, which helps me. So yeah, I'm reading like 1 to 2 chapters in here before I go back to my action. But yeah, that's been my reading for this weekend. I will try and see if I can finish Children of Blood and Bone by the end of the sprints. I would really love that, and I would love if I can get at least to the halfway mark of The Read Dan Stalker. I feel like by the time I get to the midway point, like the intrigue of it will pick up, because this is what I've seen with Red Ink as well. Like between maybe like 20 to 50% of the book, it was very, very slow for me, but the minute I went over the 50% mark, it was quite fast. So I'm thinking maybe this might do the same thing, but I don't like that kind of writing because it makes me not want to pick up the book. But yeah, anyway, that's my update. I'm gonna try and read for the next 34 minutes before I end my sprints. I look so cute. I look so cute. I put on some makeup because I wanted to record a video. I just did my fantasy romance TBR video, so I need to clean up these books at some point, but then at least that video is here, it's ready, and then I can start to edit it at some point. And then I also have another video that I need to edit, but I also want to read, so I don't know what to do. There's too many things to do. But yeah, I'm struggling also with my memory card. I think it's my adapter. This adapter is giving me issues, and I was getting a little bit stressed that my memory card was corrupted, but I just took out the small SD, micro SD, and put it in my adapter reading thing, so that I can transfer the footage that I have on it. But yeah, guys, we'll talk again later. Good morning, you guys. Let me just put some Vaseline on my lips because I just washed my face. I just woke up. I don't know why I am awake at 7 o'clock after a weekend of reading sprints, because that just makes no sense. I never showed you guys my hair, but yesterday I got my hair cornrowed for the next like 2 weeks or so, just so that I don't struggle with my hair, especially since I am going away to site well, tomorrow, so I have a lot of stuff to do today. There's a lot of stuff, including getting my house in order, because the Sunday after reading sprints my house is somewhat chaotic because I don't get stuff done. I'm like sitting behind my desk every day, and the rest of the family is just creating chaos that I don't get time to sort out. So yeah, I need to sort out the house. I need to do a load of laundry. Yesterday I did one load and hung that, so I'm going to do the last load today. I need to cook for my husband for the week so that he has stuff to eat while I'm gone. My daughter is going to my mom's house, so need to pack her bag for the week to be at my mom's house. I need to pass by the shops because we cannot trust the shopping apps at this point with what was happening yesterday with people getting double debited. And I saw a message from WISHLIST saying they're having an issue with like the payment system. Like, I'm not even going there, so whatever I need, I'll go straight to the store. I need to pack my bag for the week. I need to go to the printing shop. I need to go print some documents. I need to actually get a ink for my printer because we have a printer at home and I keep forgetting what we do and don't get print. We need to get print ink. Sorry, we need to get ink so that we can able to print. But yeah, I wanted to wake up and go to gym right now, but then when I look at the house and I'm just like, there's so many things to do, and I don't know if maybe should I maybe attempt to go to gym now still. I want to see, why is this video still checking? What is it checking for? For restrictions. I edited a video yesterday which I've uploaded to go live at 12 today. I'm so happy to have a scheduled video for the first time on a Sunday in a very long time. I also do want to edit another video. I recorded my fantasy romance TBR video, which I'll put up here because at this point it would have been edited, so I want to edit that and schedule it for Wednesday so that there are videos that are going out even though I'm away. And yeah, so is that it? I'd really like to finish reading Children of Blood and Bone today, which I believe I will. I have about this much left, so I'm gonna be doing a lot of audio booking today because I am very, very busy. And then I'm also trying to get at least halfway, or more than halfway actually. Let me see where I can get to by today. Maybe by page 168, which I think is doable if I can just sit down and read for a while. But yeah, let's aim for page 168. Let me put a marker in here so I know I've got a target. Then yeah, then from tomorrow I can try to read. I'm gonna read while I'm on the plane and when I'm back at the guest house later on in the evening. But yeah, let's see. I still have a lot of reading to do. We've got our book club meeting on Tuesday, so yeah, my battery's flashing, so I'm gonna say bye for now, and I will check up on you guys later. We'll see if I'll get time to show you all the things I'm doing. I don't think so. It's going to slow me down, so I probably won't, but we'll see. Oh, another thing that I want to do, I want to separate my monstera. I think that there's too much in the one pot, so I want to transform one of them into a hydro plant, which I'm excited to do. So that I will definitely show you guys when I get to it. This is why I'm like, do I go to gym or not, because I've got so much to do. And I just remembered that we've got a viewing appointment at 2 o'clock today. It's quite a hectic day, and we've got Formula One racing, and we'd like to watch that when it happens. By the time that we sit down to watch Formula One, I want to be done with all of this stuff, so it means I have to maybe leave gym for later. Yeah, we've got a lot going on here. So we're deciding that we're gonna move out of our apartment. So we are looking at places to stay. So we've got one appointment today to go and check out some apartments, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so it's time to move. I need a slightly bigger place. I need a place where, more especially, I think the biggest thing and the biggest reason, well, the biggest reason we're moving is because the rental here is increasing, and the money that we're gonna be paying, I feel like we can get something bigger, right? We've built a lot of memories here. I love this place. I love the garden. I don't love the unit because it's small, but there's been a lot of memories in here, but we need something bigger. I need a second pumping point because it's been a struggle having to wash dishes every day with my hands. I feel like dishes waste so much time. They waste so much time. They take up so much energy, and I'm over it. So yeah, we need a place with 2 plumbing points. We need a second bathroom so that we can have our own private bathroom and dedicate another one to my daughter or guests. And obviously we're still looking for a place that has a yard. I don't think that we'll find a place with as big of a yard as we have for the price we're looking at. So that's gonna be a part, like I said, part, because when I look at the units that we've like mocked up to view, I'm just like, this garden is the best one, and this is the reason why my husband chose this one. But yeah, it's time for us to move. We've been here for 3 years. It's time for us to move. It's time for us to have a slightly bigger place. I need to have all of my things fit in the house, because like we took away our dining table because it doesn't fit in this space. The space is too small. We took away our dishwasher because we only had one plumbing point, and the minute we got rid of our top loader, it was a mission to do that, moving up and down, like it was a mess. And yeah, and just to clear out the garage. The only thing I want to see in the garage is my daughter's bicycle. That's it. Everything else must go. So yeah, we need more space. We need more cupboard space. We just need more space in general. And I don't know where this is gonna go, but we need space. So with that said, with us like planning on moving, you will probably see me, maybe not in the next couple of weeks, but maybe in 4 weeks time you'll start seeing me like pack up my shelf here behind me, pack up the books. So I need to like start prepping for things like that. We still have 2 months, so it's a lot of time. And during that time I want to try and see if there aren't any books that need to be on hold. And yeah, it's going to be a journey, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. I hope we do find something good, something proper, something spacious with a nice garden, a nice new unit, or like there isn't a lot of new developments in Pretoria. So, and the ones that are new, I don't like them. They're either too small or like it's high-rise apartments, which I don't want. So yeah, so I just hope that we find something good, something spacious, but we'll see. Let me get going. I'm gonna be listening to the audiobook of Children of Blood and Bone while I get this house sorted. So yeah, we'll chat again later. This is gonna be the last day of this vlog, so hopefully I can come back and say I've finished a book.